Hello, and welcome to my overview of Tharsis. Tharsis is a strategic game where you take your group of smart scientists. They travel around in a kind of outside view of a spaceship, a broken spaceship that's on its way to Mars, and it's a risk management based game, so you get presented with some problems each turn, and each turn you're only going to be able to solve some number of those problems, so you need to determine which the dangerous things are and which the more serious ones that need to be handled immediately are. Very much like a board game, it feels like a board game, but it's all streamlined through this nice program here. But yeah, enough about that. Let's get started. So as you can see, you pick a team of scientists here. I haven't unlocked anyone besides the base team here. Even though I'm playing on easy, I still, in my 3 tries, have not been able to beat it. I did a couple of the training missions that seemed to help a little bit. But as you can see, each of the character classes have different special power that they can use. You can see the necessary requirements to unlock these other people. I guess I'm getting pretty close to unlocking the technician. Just have to play a couple more games. We'll see what they do. But yeah, let's jump in and watch the intro cinematic.
We had prepared for any disaster. For every disaster. Not all of them at once. We can't turn back, but how can we go on?
So, this is the screen that you look at most of the time in Tharsis, at least so far as I've experienced. It's letting us know some terrible, evil meteoroids have destroyed our food supplies and killed a couple of our crew mates, and now we have to survive in our 10-week journey to Mars. So we can see, let me just, I guess, go through the different parts of the screen here. So yes, we have 10 weeks to Mars. This lets us know kind of what difficulty level of situations are coming up. We have our 4 astronauts and where they currently are in our spaceship here. If we hit the help button, it shows us what each of the parts of the spaceship do. We'll look at that later, I guess. The crew can move wherever you want them to go in order to use their dice to solve problems, or to get benefits from the various areas of the spaceship. However, if you move through a disaster or an incident, then you take damage. So the different parts of a scientist, let's say. This represents that Allison has 2 dice to use. Every time you use dice, you get to roll them all, and there's a Yahtzee style mechanic, but you lose a die. This is kind of like the energy or effort that the scientist has. It's replenished by food, which is up here. Additionally, every scientist has a special ability, a health bar, and a stress level. Stress is increased by doing a couple of different things like taking injuries, or resorting to cannibalism. I haven't actually had the case of a scientist get to maximum stress before, but it says that higher is worse, and yeah, if they get to max stress, they go like space madness and do bad things. This up here is our hull damage meter. It shows you how much damage you're likely or you could possibly take at the end of the turn if you don't solve the issue. So you can see this meteorite strike is going to potentially deal us 1 damage at the end of this turn. So unless we send our team over there to fix it, then at the end of this turn we are going to take damage. over here we have assists and food. Food, as I said, at the end of each turn, you can spend food to regain dice on your various peeps. Assists are used to avoid bad things. So I can see here, here, let's just get started. So these are both pretty bad. This tells you what will happen if you fail to solve this incident. And this number is how many combined dice pips you need to solve that that problem. So let's say I decided that I wanted Pascal to fix this dehumidifier fail. Seems like a reasonable thing for him to do. I'd click on him, click on this area where he already is. Now I could send him over here, I could send him over here. But again, since he'd be moving out of or passing through a disaster, he would take damage. They can go basically wherever. But yeah, for now, since he's already in this area, might as well send him there. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to send Allison there first because of her... No, she's not the captain. Never mind. I'm going to do Pascal first. Okay. There's a lot of order-based things in this game of doing things in the right order, making sure that you're doing it in the right order. So this is the actual screen where the magic happens. So Pavel, or Pascal, I've called him like 7 things already, has 3 dice. So when I hit roll, 3 dice are going to roll. If any of them come up as a 5, he's going to take a damage and gain stress. Okay, good. We didn't get any 5s. We got the 6th. This tells us here what our total roll was. So we have a 9, so that's actually enough to repair this. In this case, I actually want to use some of the other dice for other things. So I'm gonna start by saving my 5, or sorry, my 6, and then re-rolling the other dice. Nice. Well, so this was a 5, which means I would have taken a damage, but I used up my assist automatically to prevent that from happening. So that's better. So here we have an 8, plus we have the 6 that we can use for something else. So this is a more efficient use of my dice than if I was going to spend all my dice on the first roll just to repair this issue. So I'm going to use 8 of these to repair this issue. Hooray, did it. And then I'm going to use the 6 to use Pakal's special ability here, which can allow me to use a 5 or higher die to repair one of my hull damage. So you can see the max hull is 8 here. Right now we're just at 4, so it's a good thing that we have a mechanic here to heal some of that damage. Something else I could have used this die towards is research down here, which we'll explain later, and the power of the module that I'm in. So this is happening in the greenhouse. I could have spent dice to gain food, but in this case I feel like restoring the hull is more important than gaining food. So I'm going to do that. Cool. Event complete. Finished deployment. So now Pakal's over. Once I'm done with all 4 turns, then my turn is over and the bad things happen. So what I'm going to do next is send people here to the meteoroid strike. I'm going to send Allison there. Allison is the specialist. She gets an additional roll. So stasis means if I roll a 1, my die will be locked as a 1 and I can't re-roll it. Neat. I got a good roll here. I think I'm just going to send both of these towards the repair so that whoever I do next in here can finish it out. 4 is above average, so we're just going to spend it without re-rolling it. I don't want to risk getting a stasis. Okay, that's it for Allison. Note that one of Allison's pips here disappeared. That's because we used her dice. That means she has used some effort and so will be less useful on the next turn. Let's get Kayla in here to fix this. Okay, we got a 3. Here I'm just going to spend that 3 to repair. Instead, I'm actually going to use this 3 to regain dice to put Kayla. So this is the power of the module. I can spend dice to regain dice. This equal sign means when I put a 3 here, if I want to put any more dice in this module, it has to also be a 3. And so now I'm pretty sure that Jean should be able to handle this because we only need 1. But I might be able to eke out some additional benefits from her. Okay, so this 1 is trapped in stasis, which means if I hit roll, it's not going to re-roll it. I'm just going to do that because these 2s are pretty uninspiring. And what I really want is this. Okay, so I'm going to spend this 1 here to complete this event. Sweet. I'm going to spend this 6 for Jean's power to give an additional die to everyone that's in this module. So this is kind of a reason why I was bringing people together, was so that I could use these kind of like powers that work on people that are in the same area as you. You can see even in the background we got 3 fun little scientists working in there. So, I'm going to spend the 6 to regain a die, and then now I have this 3. I have a couple of choices. I could either use it towards research or use it to regain dice. I think dice is better here. Again, we'll cover research when we get to it. It's basically just a way to use up excess dice, but so far I've had really good uses for all the dice so far.
Moods are turning sour. The crew's and my own. But if I can't lead them, we're all dead. I need to get it together.
So this is the part where we decide on our side project, as it calls it. It's going to pair people up, usually based on where they are, and give me a choice of like good thing, bad thing for certain people. So I could choose this on, it's nice, it shows you when you click on it, what could happen if you pick it. So we can see these glowing stress bars means that Allison and Kayla will get more stress if I pick this option, but we get assists up here. If I pick this one, then I got a lot of healing, but I'm getting -2 hull. I feel like hull is pretty important right now, so I'm actually going to pick this, even though assist is a worse benefit. It is a better bad thing. Stress, I don't know, has felt less important to me in my past games, so I'm going to pick this one. And this is the part where I can spend food to regain dice. I'm going to give them to Pakal because he can... my choices are between Pakal and Allison here. Food repairs 3 dice. Pakal is already in the food area. And he has the option to give us more hull health, which is how I've lost every time, so I'm going to give it to Pakal. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that name correctly. Okay, now we get to know... Okay, so we have 2. This one, obviously more serious, as it potentially causes 2 damage, whereas this one just causes 1, so I'm going to prioritize this. This, however, is a more dangerous event. So as we saw on last turn, blue dice means stasis, orange dice means injury. So this means whoever I'm going to send here has a chance of taking a bunch of damage. I kind of want Pakal to stay where he is to potentially gain some food and cure the hull and gain research points. So I think I'm going to start by sending Allison and Kayla here. I'm going to do it in that order because Kayla has a healing power. Okay, let's not die. Fingers crossed. Okay, we're going to take some damage, but that's prevented by the assists that we spent our side project on. I'm going to spend this 4 and reroll this 1. I guess I could hold the 4. I don't know. I don't understand really I'm sure that it's good to hold instead of spend. Okay, this is a good roll. I'm going to spend it. Okay, nice. And now there's a really high chance that that Kayla is gonna be able to fix this, and then probably also heal both of them, or reduce stress or something. We got a lot of options. Let's see what Kayla's got for us. Not a great roll, but thankfully no injury. I'm gonna save this 3. Just because that's enough to... Actually, I'm going to spend it because that's going to end the problem, which means these injury dice are going to go away. There you go. So now on my reroll, I can't get hurt. Nice. Okay, I'm going to spend this 5 for healing. Could spend it on stress. Maybe stress is more important right now because Kayla's pretty stressed out. Yeah, let's do that. And we're pretty healthy in here. Okay, reduce stress. These guys, this is kind of annoying. I can't spend both of them unless I spend them first. So okay, so let's explain research. Research can accept 1 of each die type. And when it does, you get research points. You can spend the research points on these cards down here that give you either big powers or little powers. You can also spend 1 research point to refresh them. I think that's actually what I'm going to do here because I don't like these very much and they're very expensive, and it lets me use this 4 because it's going to spend this 4. Okay, these are, like, I really like special tools. Sedative seems like it might be useful because I tend to be bad at managing stress. So this gives me the option to spend this 4. So now I just have this research point and it's going to carry over. Okay, so what do we want to do the rest of our turn? As I said, I kind of want to keep Pakal there. I'm going to send Jean here just so if Jean isn't able to fix this, then I can get Pakal's help. Okay, so stasis, not so bad. Okay, this is great. This is a great roll. So we want to spend this 6 and this 5. One of them is going to go towards health recovery to heal up Jean. Do we want to shoot for better rolls on these? So this is 12, so I think we do. Nice. Okay, great. Cool. So this lets us spend just 2 6s on this, and then we can spend the 5 for health recovery, and then we can do some stuff with these 1s for research projects. So let's do that. 6 here, 6 here. That completes this. I'm gonna spend this 5 on health recovery, which seems better than dice. And then I'm gonna put this 1 here. I'm gonna spend it on this +1 assist. It always spends dice starting from the left, and get that research point back. Okay, neat. This is actually going the best out of any game that I've had so far. But I can tell that there's bad things coming. So okay, let's see what Pakal can do. Let me just refer here to see what kinds of things I may want from Pakal. I could send him to maintenance to get his hull repair going. He also, it seems like he has 3 out of 6 health, so I could send him to the med bay. But since we have 0 food right now, I feel like let's give that a go. And he can repair the hull just based on his own power. Okay, so we got these 4s, which we could use to get food. This 5 could go to hull, and then we could reroll these to try to get another 4 to go in here. I like that. So let's just hold on to these and roll these. I'm doing the 4s over here because I already have a 4 here. Okay, no such luck. But this means I can spend the 6 and the 3 on research points. Okay, so we can get the 4s in here to get food. So this means actually I don't earn food until I have 1 pair. If I had another 4, I'd get a second food. I'm gonna spend this 5 on the hull. I'm spending the 5 rather than the 6 because 6 is better to put in research because 6s are more valuable than 5s. I don't know if that's self-evident or not. Just spend these on research points. I don't feel like there's any reason to use these now. So I'm just gonna end turn. And second turn in a row with no damage. This is neat.
I let my fear get the better of me, but the others have proven me wrong. I'm proud of how the crew has come together.
Yeah.
I think we might actually have a chance.
Woo. Our hull is doing well. The stress isn't critical, so I think I like picking this one and getting an additional food for the future, and so we can power up Allison right now. That seems like the best chance. Yeah, and spend a food on Allison. Everybody's in decent shape, but I don't want to use this on Kayla because she's still doing okay. Okay, let's see what our problems are. Okay, you know, it said that this was critical. It is it's a very high number, but -1 health actually isn't that bad. My first priority is going to be fixing this. And I think I'm going to do that again with our little tag team of these 3 people. So Jean probably wants to go last because of her power to restore dice is the most powerful. Maybe we just do... I think we could probably get this done with just Kayla and Jean. So let's send Kayla first. So we have an injury thing here. So we're bound to take some damage, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, we avoided it. Neat. We also have assists, so we're good. In this case, I feel like... Yeah, again, we could probably... use kind of our extra time here to buff ourselves up a little bit. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to spend this 6 and 5, and then I'm going to use this 1 in life support. And this way, we're pretty darn sure that the next person's going to be able to cure this. But they'll also be able to restore dice, and restore dice, and restore dice. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe the right play is just to fix it so the next person doesn't take damage, but I don't know. What's done is done. Okay, Jean. Let's get you in there. Not take damage. Neat. Okay, cool. So we rolled a 1, so she's going to be able to regain dice there. We rolled the 6, she's going to be able to regain dice there. The 4 can solve that, and the 2 can go into research. Perfect. We have use for everything. So the 4 was going to fix this. The 6 is going here. The 1 fills her up on dice, and the 2 goes into research. Nice. Feeling very good about that turn. We've gotten pretty lucky in terms of damage. We're not gonna necessarily be able to continue on that. Okay, let's get Pascal into this over here. So we got stasis. Let's see how this goes. Okay. So we have this pair of 1s, which is probably should go into the hull repair here. That just gets us a lot of repair. And then I probably want to spend the rest of... I probably want to spend this 5 and then re-roll this 3. So that's how I'm feeling about that. So these 1s give us 2 hull repair, which is a good use for them. And we're likely to be stuck with a 1 on our next person, so that'll give us an even more hull repair. Let's do that. Okay, so da-da-da, let's save this 5 and reroll this 3. Still a 3. That's fine. Okay, we're just gonna spend this 5 and 3. I don't see any need for research tricks here. We'll just spend the dice that we have. There's no reason to do this now, so I think we're good. Look at all that hull. Look at that sweet, sweet hull. Okay, our last person is Allison. Allison may not be able to do this, but she does have an extra reroll. Stasis is going to be a problem here. Right. So we have 11 out of 19. So this is definitely going to happen. Unless we use our special tools. So I think that should be the plan, is to use the special tools. Reroll this 2, essentially. I'm going to spend my 5 and my 3 on cleaning this, and I'm going to reroll my 2. And the 1 is going to go to hull. Nice. Okay. So let's see. So we're going to spend these. Sorry, I thought it disappeared there for a second. Okay, spend the 5s. We're gonna use the special tools. We're going to spend the 3 to finish it out, and spend the 1 for hull. Nice. This is really the best this has ever gone.
I've checked our food stores, and it looks grim. We lost more than half our supplies with the module. If we don't find some creative solutions, we'll starve before we ever reach Mars.
Okay. +1 food, -1 hull. +2 assist, +20% stress for us. Okay, I'm gonna mull this over. I'm gonna end the first video here. Cool. Bye guys.